Coming to the next topic, that is the structure of carpel, ovule and female gametophyte. Now, yesterday we discussed about the female reproductive organ of a flower, that is the carpel. It consists of three parts: stigma, style and ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules are there. Now, coming to the structure of ovule, in angiosperms, the ovule is an integumented structure, and it consists of two parts. One part is body and the other part is known as stalk. Body and stalk, we call it as funicle also. This is the body part. It is an integumented structure. Integumented means it is covered by two membranes. It is covered by two membranes. Generally, the ovule is surrounded by two membranes or two integuments. These are the integuments, outer and inner. One is outer integument and other is inner integument. Outer and inner. The body of the ovule consists of a mass of parenchymatous tissue. Inside the body of the ovule, a parenchymatous mass of cell is present, known as nucellus. A small passage is present at the one end of the ovule, that is known as micropyle. Generally, the pollen tube enters through this passage. The end opposite to the micropyle is known as chalaza. Inside the nucellus part, embryo sac is there. Embryo sac is present, or we call it as female gametophyte. It has 7-celled 8 nucleus. 3 cells are present at the micropylar end, 3 at the chalazal end, that is at the lower end, and 2 cells fused. 2 fused cells are present in the center. That is why the embryo sac is known as 7-celled 8 nucleates. 7 cells are there, 3 at the micropylar or the upper end, 3 at the lower end, and 2 in the center. In the embryo sac, the upper end, there is egg is present, surrounded by 2 synergids. In the center, polar nuclei are there. Polar nuclei, or we call them as secondary nucleus. 2 cells that are fused. In the chalazal end, at the chalazal end, 3 antipodal cells are present. 3 antipodal cells are present, which don't take part in fertilization. This is the longitudinal section of ovule. Typical ovule, that is longitudinal section of ovule, that is orthotropous ovule. This type of ovule, which when the ovule is erect in position, that is known as orthotropous. Orthotropous type of ovule. There are another ovules which are of 6 type, which we will discuss later on. Now coming to the next part of the topic, that is the megagenesis, megasporogenesis, that is the development of ovule. How the ovules are formed inside the ovary. Ovules develop as a ovule primordium over the placenta. सब तो पहला ovule ਜਿਹੜਾ है as a primordium, it develops at the micropylar end. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉੱਪਰ ਵਾਲਾ end ਹੈ ovule ਦਾ micropylar end, ਉੱਥੇ ovule as a single primordium ਦੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬਣਦਾ, and it behaves as a micro primary archisporial cell. It undergo division same as we discussed yesterday. Two cells are formed, one is primary parietal cell and other is primary sporogenous cell. The primary parietal cell give rise to the walls of the ovule. Yesterday we discussed the parietal cell will give rise to the wall of the pollen chamber. Similarly, the primary sporogenous cell act as MMC, that is a megaspore mother cell. It undergo meiosis and give rise to 4 haploid megaspores. But here only out of 1 megaspore is functional. Out of the 4, 3 will degenerate. But ਕੱਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ SMC ਤੋਂ 4 ਪੋਲਨ ਗ੍ਰੇਨਸ ਬਣਦੇ ਆ ਪੋਲਨ ਟੈਟਰੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚੋਂ 4 ਦੇ 4 ਹੀ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨਲ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ. ਬਟ ਇਨ ਕੇਸ ਆਫ megasporogenesis, out of the 4 haploid megaspores, only 1 will functional majority of cases and 3 will degenerate. Okay.